Okay, we are back in Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky the Third. Last time Kevin passed out, his sobriety is currently in question, and we're gonna get a flashback, I assume. Look at me, Kevin Graham. Instructor Selnet? You look as though you haven't eaten in days. Although by the sounds of it, you really haven't, nor have you been drinking anything. I was sad to hear the news about Rafina as well. But unfortunate accidents are a fact of life, especially in our line of work. It's the risk we all choose to shoulder when we depart on a mission. Kill me. Excuse me? I've got no reason to be a knight anymore. I've got no reason to even live anymore. But if someone has to kill me, I couldn't ask for anyone better than you. I doubt I'd even have the time to feel pain before you were done, so... if that is your wish... in what world do you think I would happily oblige such an asinine request? You do remember what you said when you first became a squire, hmm? You said you offer your soul to the goddess above, and your body and blood to her church here on earth. After swearing that, you think you have the right to beg for death, much less a painless one. Don't make me laugh. Still, I was reluctant to even relay this information for you. But after seeing how pathetic a state you're in, perhaps it won't be so difficult after all. Squire of the Growlsford, Kevin Graham. From this day on, you are to assume the position of Fifth Dominion. Your appointment was decided by the Congregation of the Sacraments, and even His Holiness the Pope has given his approval. The job is yours. What? I imagine you must at least have heard rumors that the position of Fifth Dominion was vacant, and has been for several decades, too. Congratulations, it turns out the position was meant for you. How the hell did that baby squire once help teach reach the same rank as me? I'm sure the Fifth Mercado will be pleased to finally see the light of day. Why? Oh, and incidentally, it's tradition to take on a title of your choosing after becoming a Dominion. You might want to start giving some thought into what you want sooner rather than later. As you already know, mine is Cornelia, simple a name as it is. I don't care about titles. I don't care about any of those things. Why? Why me? I could even protect Rafina from... why me? And to that I say that is of no consequence here. What is of consequence is that Rafina Argent was a highly capable knight. She may not have manifested a stigma of her own, but her problem-solving abilities were at times greater than even the Dominion's. Her loss will be keenly felt, and it will be up to our new Fifth Dominion to fill it. The words of his eminence, the Cardinal. This is rich. This is just rich. Oh man, it's so funny it hurts. I become a knight to protect Rufina. Then I end up shooting to the top of the ranks over her dead body. Amazing, huh? Who could have seen that coming? I wish I could go back in time and tell myself when I signed up that this was going to happen just to see my own face. So what will you do? I should make it clear that you do have the right to refuse your new appointment. Admittedly, no one in the Growlsford's thousands of year history has turned down the Dominion's position, so doing so would be unprecedented, but still. Oh no shit. No, I humbly accept my new position. I'm ready to start work as soon as it's there for me. Hell, start piling it on me today. I'm up for it. Alright then. I'll see what I can do. And don't hold back on me either. Throw me the really hard stuff, the kind you need to be a masochist to want to take on. And that title thing? Let's go with Heretic Hunter, okay? That sounds just perfect. Chapter 5. Labyrinth of Shadows and Light. Wow, so that's what happened. The more I hear, the more off the wall everything happening here sounds. Not surprised, we're making progress in working out what's going on, thankfully. We know the place we're in is called Phantasma, and about how it has its own unique rules that govern it. We also know that all of us were chosen based on some criteria then drawn into it. may still have plenty of questions that need answering, but they can largely be summed up by the following three. 1. Who are the Lord of Phantasma and Schwarzritter? 2. What is the cube and the identity of the ghost who appears to be connected to it? 3. What is Phantasma and how did it come to exist? That's a pretty succinct way of putting it. There are other questions, of course, but it's true that most of those generally fall under those three in some way. Why there are fiends roaming around comes under number 3, for example. Dividing everything up like that does make it sound a heck of a lot easier to understand, yeah. 1 second, I need to readjust my headset. Okay, hopefully I'm a little clearer. Oh, but wait. Where was Kevin falling unconscious coming into all of this? It made it sound like the cause of that was him finding that some giant devil. Yeah, it's kind of like the power he used to save us when we were trapped in that barrier. The one that made that red symbol show up on his back. I haven't got any idea what it was either. It's possible maybe some form of thaumaturgy passed down through the church, but I can hardly be sure. Joshua? Do you think you know what it could have been? I think I do. I can't be sure, but I think it was a stigma. Seriously? Isn't that the thing that appeared on your shoulder? Yeah, it was. What you saw was a physical manifestation of an image Weissman had placed deep within my mind in order to control me. Kevin's is likely the same, save the control factor. However, I have a feeling his is also significantly more powerful than mine was. Well spotted, Joshua. Ries. Say, how's Kevin doing? His condition seems to have marginally improved. What he did resulted in a heavy burden being placed on his spine, so I think it would be best for him to rest for a while longer. That's a relief. He sure knows how to give people a fright. Do you mind if I get clarification on something, Ries? Was my theory correct? Yes, it was. He did indeed use the power of his stigma. However, the key difference between his and yours is that his is one of the original kind, on which yours was likely based. A seal carved into a person's very soul, said to manifest only in the dominions of the Gralsritter. What's a dominion? I've heard rumors of their existence personally. The dominions are a group of 12 knights who lead the Gralsritter. They're supposed to possess incredible power. That's also correct. Their stigmas are the source of that power. They allow the people who possess them to strengthen their body beyond what most people would think humanly possible, as well as use high-level thaumaturgy far exceeding the capability of other knights. As I'm sure you've pieced together, Kevin is one of them, specifically the 5th Dominion. Are we even talking about the same Kevin who's been leading us around here? Sure doesn't feel like it. Sorry, but I'm a bit confused. Did Kevin have his stigma implanted within him like Joshua did? No. Ordinarily, stigmas aren't carved in that manner. They appear on their own without human intervention. There are 12 dominions, and that number has always been consistent throughout history. There are times when spots are left unfilled because a stigma bearer to fill them has yet to appear. But they're always out there whether their stigma has manifested or not. That's so weird, don't you think? So does that mean the stigma Joshua had? Mine was only a replica of the real thing. Weissman was originally a clergyman, so he probably had access to a way to make such a thing. Yeah, I forgot you said that. He used to be a bishop in the Congregation for the Sacraments, which is the organization the Gralsritter answers to. Even back in those days, he was in contact with Ouroboros and stealing numerous sacraments from the church. Things that were stolen included a vast amount of literature and research on the stigmas of the dominions. We believe he then went on to use that material as a basis to realize his dream of creating some sort of superhuman over with the society. I thought so. Still, while I think I have a vague understanding of just what these stigmas are now, I'm still not clear how using that power led to Kevin to collapse. Does that risk naturally come with the use of your stigma's power, or is there something more to it? Well, I don't know exactly why, but Kevin very rarely uses the power of his stigma at all. I've heard that the only time he relies on it is when disposing of those he brands heretics. In other words, those whose sins are too great for them to ever be able to walk the path of righteousness ever again. disposing of? That's so ominous. So let me make sure I got this straight. He used a superpower he barely uses out of nowhere, and that caused him to black out because his body wasn't ready for it. That's what I believe is likely the case. I see. I think I understand well enough now. Are you sure it's fine for you to be telling us this? Yes. I'm almost positive Kevin was planning on telling you himself before he fell unconscious. And I believe telling you all of this is necessary in order to ensure your cooperation in the rest of our investigation. Well, if you're sure... Wait, does that mean... If no one has any objections, I'd like to take Kevin's place and lead until he wakes up again. Is that alright with everyone? No problems here. Are you sure you don't want to stay here, though? I would have thought you wanted to stay and look after him. Before he collapsed, Kevin entrusted me with the cube. As such, I believe this is my duty as a squire in his service. So please, don't worry about me. Right now, I'd much rather be helping all of you. Well, if you're sure... I personally see no reason to say no. The remaining members will be sure to look after Kevin. You won't have to worry about a thing, okay? Thank you. I appreciate that. What's wrong, Estelle? Well, so Ries, I've got a favor I want to ask if you don't mind. Would you mind if I came with you when you head out to explore? Is there any specific reason? Estelle? Well, it's just, I've only just returned to the world of the living, right? I feel like I want to go and see what's going on for myself. And I mean, I am a bruiser, so I doubt I'll get in your way or anything. So would you mind? Not in the least. I'd love it if you accompanied me. Thanks. Sorry for having to sign that on my own, Joshua. Sorry, for what? If that's what you want to do, then you won't hear any complaints from me. It'll be kind on you to do a good job backing Ries up. You know it.
You ready?
Actually, let's see. Flexible in combat thanks to having non-restricted slots. But unfortunately, she just wasn't really that high tier a character either. That's the double-edged sword of Estelle. So, do I actually have anything? No. Linear grip. Bracer coat. I do need to get the haze back. So for Ries, we're gonna slide the haze back in. I can look into upgrading her stuff in a second. Estelle has Heaven's Eye of her own. Evade 3, Shield 4. Like, there's no reason for her to have this and also an EP cut. So this is gone. I don't know what I'm gonna put there just yet, but we'll find something. So we have Tyrol at our disposal. We also have all the way up to Blue Ascension. If I do that, how much power does she lose? She goes down 42, but goes up 63. The other option is I can put this in and I get Latier, but I'd rather put that in here, because I should get a little bit better stuff. And then the attack 4 can go in here. So that gives me better fire spells. Who's using Heaven's Eye? So let's get rid of this. So whatever I put here applies to both sides. So I think it was Evade 3 originally. Okay, let's see if I put Septium Vein here instead. This will give me a lot here. So if I put it over here instead... So I don't know why that... Give her this. She'd be my strongest Mirage user if I do that. Nope, hit 4 is no good. Ah, I know what to give her. It's just I have to make it real fast. So there we go. So if I actually put it over here instead, do I get stronger time spells? So I can go all the way up to that. Okay, so it took some tinkering, but we found something that works. In the meantime, for her... Yeah, I'll do it. I can get some water set with it without too much difficulty, so... HP 4... Mind 4... I can give her this since I have that lying around, ironically. So here's what I may want. Should also mention I'm not taking stuff away from the other guys, because eventually you do have to field all of them in battle. So at least having something here to tell me what they had originally will help me figure out what to do with them. So real quick, let's look at Estelle's stats. 1400 attack power. So I can give her the Roten Himmel, but it's not going to do much. Orbital Gun. A Mass Market Katana. So that's going to be for analysts, right? Hold on a second. Okay. So, I don't know if any books have materialized. I'm just going to peek over here. If anything's flickering, I'll head on down all the way. If not, I'm just going to warp out. And, of course, something's flickering. So you can see Kevin's passed out. He spends way too much time with Shara, if you ask me. So Gambler Jack has materialized. So here's Carnelia. Various things from the earlier games. And it's that time. So first things first, let's swap back to Josette. There she is. And I'm thinking after this, maybe I should look into taking a break from the doors for a while. What do you guys say? Do I work too hard? Bring to me the girl who loves fish. Only then shall the door open. Okay, the sun image hasn't changed, so I don't know why some of those rays are missing. Or I don't even know what you want to call those prominences. I shall grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. Once upon a time, there was a girl called Estelle Bright who absolutely loved fishing. Meanwhile, in Gransville, there existed a group of dedicated men and women who prided themselves on the sport. They were called the Fishermen's Guild. What else could it possibly be called but fate? How else could it possibly be called but fate where the two paths to cross? Okay, I guess it makes sense. This is their peculiar story. Chapter 1. Our story begins at the lakeside. So that looks like her first game sprite. At the side of Laria Lake lies a quiet little place by the name of the Kingfisher Inn. Seeking a break from her work, Estelle decided to visit for some well-deserved relaxation. At first, she had gotten exactly that. The fishing lover she was, she decided to borrow some gear from the inn and make her way out into the pier to enjoy some quality time there. She saw one successful catch after another, and before long her bucket was teeming with fish. But then there was Lloyd, a member of that one and only Fisherman's Guild who happened to be at that very same inn, and on that very same day. He was having the opposite of young Estelle's lucky streak. The moment he had arrived, he had set off in a boat to begin fishing. But try as he did, he didn't manage to catch so much as a single fish. Now, feeling thoroughly defeated, Lloyd motioned back towards the inn. Upon his boat reaching the pier, however, he caught sight of none other than a very pleased Estelle, rejoicing in the size of her most recent catch. This sight was all it took to give rise to Lloyd's competitive nature. Now thoroughly fired up, he approached her and challenged her to a special kind of duel. No, it's not a children's card game. And that's why I want to challenge you to a 5-round angler's duel. A what now? A 5-round angler's duel. It's a special kind of competition we fishermen take part in when they stake their pride and honor on the outcome. Once a member of the Fisherman's Guild mentions these words, there can be no turning back. The duel must take place. So let us do battle, with our finest fishing tackle on the line. I feel like I'm getting dragged into something completely nutso. Hate to break it to you, but I don't have any stellar fishing tackle to bet on this. All my stuff was borrowed from the inn. Then you don't need to bet anything at all, that's fine. This duel is more for my own good than yours, and I intend to see it through no matter what. Doesn't sound like I've got much choice but to go along with this, huh? Estelle and Lloyd will face off in a 5-round duel of the century. Both will take turns at fishing. Whoever has the most points at the end of the 5 rounds will be declared the winner. When it is Estelle's turn, you will be prompted to choose a rod and bait to use. Certain baits can only be used with certain rods. After choosing, the game begins. When the exclamation mark appears, quickly press confirm to catch the fish. Certain fish can only be caught with certain baits. In addition, some fish can only be used as bait to catch other fish. Different varieties of fish are worth different amounts of points, making trying to catch more valuable ones the key to success. More valuable ones are also more likely to escape, but don't let that deter you. So I'm just going to start with a progress rod. I need to figure out how to use this damn thing. No, this isn't. So I'm just skipping over the text because it's a crap game. I highly doubt wherever they give me is going to be worth the headache. I can definitely see what people complain about with this one. You go through all of that for that crap fish? Snakehead. So I'm hoping I get a better rod when this is all done, so I don't have to mess with this progress rod crap. Now, unfortunately, I don't think this is over yet. Woohoo, I won! I lost. What a battle. You fought admirably, Estelle. There's no shame in losing against someone as talented as you. Here, I want you to have this. Silver-colored lure. A lure made out of argent? Who could possibly take this? It looks so expensive. No can do, those are the rules. I challenged you to a duel while putting this on the line, and I was defeated. If you refuse to accept it, that will bring me even greater shame than I already face. So please, accept it. Well, if you really insist. Thus, Estelle accepted the silver lure from Lloyd. And through feeling bliss thanks to her victory, she was also blissfully unaware of what fate had in store for her. May as well get this over with while I can. In the capital. Today was yet another day in which Estelle found herself roaming the north block of Francis City's sewers. Her objective was simple: defeat a wanted monster for the guild. But down there she found more than just monsters. In addition to the nasty she'd become accustomed to raining on a regular basis, she also came face to face with a young nobleman whose delicate demeanor could have looked more out of place. Estelle certainly hadn't expected this. "What are you doing down here?" she asked. The woman tittered and responded as if the answer were the most obvious thing in the world. What else? Fishing, of course. The nobleman's name was Norsh, and as it turned out, she was a member of the Fisherman's Guild. Do you really have to fish here of all places, though? I mean, what if monsters find you? Estelle made up her mind to try and escort the woman back to the city with her. But Norse had other ideas, and she refused to budge from what she felt was a prime fishing spot. The two were soon locked in a battle of pure stubbornness, and neither would simply back down gracefully, as it wasn't in their natures. It was in the middle of a heated argument when the silver lure Estelle kept on her person fell from her pocket. Goodness, is that the famous silver lure? One of the 3 famed fishing tackles? Where in Idios' name did you obtain such a thing? I don't know anything about any famous fishing tackles, but I guess you mean this guy here? One from Lloyd. So you fought an angler's duel against him, did you? I intended to challenge him to one myself when the time was right, but I never imagined you'd be defeated before then. Okay, I'm so lost right now. Very well, I shall challenge you to a 10-round angler's duel in this place. 10 rounds? Listen, Lay. I will not accept no for an answer. Let us begin. Wait a sec. So we're going to start off with a progress rod. One, two, three. We're looking for carp in particular. Although I might have hit something a little big here. That's a pretty big carp. Crab. You can use that as carp bait, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. So let's use the carp to try to catch a crab or something. 1, 2, 3. Just keep in mind when you're using this, this is your power play moment. You need to take advantage of it, otherwise bad things happen, namely you'll lose. So this is an incredibly tiny fish. I've seen her catch stuff at like 350, so just that one pull will put her ahead of where I am right now. So did you get her carp now? No, another crab. One, two, three. Get in position. And now I caught the crab. So I'm going to use that as bait for a carp. I only have 3 earthworms total, so I have 1 left. I think later on it gets up to... The Yamini is a completely garbage fish here. It's a complete dead end. One, two, three. Medium-sized fish. Whoa! I've never had this happen, but yeah, you can see this is bigger than the previous fish. And I caught that using a crab of all things. And she caught something big herself here. So about the same size as the one I got. My final earthworm. 1, 2, 3. And another crab. So pretty much any advantage I had early on has just been wiped out by these pairs of crabs I pulled. Didn't see what she pulled there, but it doesn't really matter. 3. And it's big based on the way her rod's moving, so I caught another one of those. Nope, it's a carp. So she can equalize this with just one fish. Although that wasn't it. So we're gonna switch over to the trident and use the carp as bait. 1, 2, 3. And now this should be a guaranteed big fish because we used carp as bait. You can see it's another tiny catfish. Another small one for her, or smallish. But it was a carp, so you can use that to catch something big. We'll use the row. 1, 2, 3, and we're live. Tiger rockfish. That's a really big rockfish, but still very... like, it's a cheap fish. You can't use it as bait for anything else, so it's kind of just there. And she has something big here. Nope, it was just a carp. So 2 rounds left. Let's try the river bug. 1, 2, 3, and live. The Yamini is the dead fish, like I said. You can't do anything with it here. And sadly, 400 points is something she can cross pretty easily. So right here is going to be the sink or swim moment. And it looks like I win. We're going to use the dumplings on the bamboo rod here. 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. We get all 10 fish, I think. Yeah, I don't really care for this game. I think there's one last round where we have to go 15 rounds. So you can see right there she got her 300-point fish, and as a result that 400-point lead I had was just a little bit over 100 at the end. How could this have happened? How could I, of all people, be defeated? Well, are you satisfied now? A few hours time you came back with me to the city. Trust me, it's not safe down here. You were truly more worried about me than winning the duel, weren't you? No wonder I couldn't defeat you. Notice her name switched back to Norch instead of being Noche like it was in the game. Now if you will, kindly accept this. Golden rod from Norch. Oh, it's so shiny. Are you sure I can have this? In fact, I insist. I'd be more troubled if you did accept it. These are the laws behind an angler's duels, you know. Still, kindly remember that you have more to fear than just me. No getting complacent simply because I fell in battle. There's still our guild leader to defeat, after all. Is he really that good? Indeed, his name is Mr. Fisher. He is both this guild's founder and its most capable member. Knowing that may incline you to avoid facing him, but don't think you'll be so lucky. With the 2 tackles you now possess, he will come for you. A duel with him is not, whether you desire it or not. Alrighty then, if you say so. At this point, Estelle still had no idea how capable this fisher may prove to be. And while there was a small part of her that couldn't help but regret biting the lure of the Fisherman's Guild, there was a much greater part that couldn't deny wanting to see where this journey would take her. So, Plate of Excellence, another 5,000 Mira. Continue to Chapter 3. Final chapter, Battle at Azalea Bay. the shore off Gull Seaside Way near Ruin. The decisive moment that Norse had foretold was finally to come. Whether their meeting was a coincidence or fated all along, no one could possibly say. Estelle was idly walking along the shore for no particularly adequate reason, when all of a sudden a single small yacht drew closer and closer. The yacht eased as close to the shore as it could safely get. From on top of it stepped a fine man. He was a gentleman in a tuxedo, the sea extending into the distance behind him, making for an equally elegant backdrop. As soon as she saw him, she knew he was the leader Norse had spoke of. Mr. Fisher, bearer of the title Avid Angler, and known by the nickname of Fishing Baron. That lure, that rod. Are you the Fisherman Guild's president? No, there's no need for words now. I've been awaiting this moment for longer than you can possibly imagine. I challenge you to a 15-round angler's duel immediately. 15? We're gonna be here all day, aren't we? Let the battle begin. So at least they kept the expedition short. So as far as I can tell, there's no reason to use the Marine Star. Ever. I've only gotten crap with it. So that's the third one. So we got a great blackfish. That's a dead fish. You can't really do anything with it, I don't think. No, I was kind of hoping the mouse would go away, but since it's not, I'll just move it off screen. Now, I don't know how many errors he's going to make or anything like that. Huh. So on the previous attempt, he already pulled ahead, and I never really caught up. But yeah, it's not even in my bait list, so let's just try this one this time. The worst is when you get the angelfish, because those are worth next to nothing. You can't even use them as bait for something else. The thing you're looking for are sea bass. Costco is a dead fish. It's the second worst one behind the angelfish. Any second now he's going to hook a Claudine, if not something bigger, and that'll be that. Nope, I'm not even going to bother with the Costco. I meant to use the shrimplet here. 1, 2, 3. That's the garbage fish. That's the single worst fish you can get here. Last time I didn't see him pull any of those. Okay, there we go. We can go after a big fish with that. Unfortunately, the big fish for me are smaller than his big fish, so yeah. Basically, we have to take advantage of those times where he doesn't actually hook anything in order to try to pull ahead, and even then, you're still really reliant on the RNG. So we'll take out the trident, put the sea bass to use. 1, 2, 3. That was Jagangora, I think, or something like that. And don't even think that's a lucky break. He pulls some BS like the other ones do, so don't let it go to your head, I'm afraid. 1, 2, 3. Looking for another sea bass. These Costco are killing me. But yeah, I never caught anything of value with a marine star unless I was using another fish's bait. That's the third one. Barely made that one, I think. At this rate, I think I might be better off trying to just use the Costco to get sea bass and use those to get big fish. So he's got something with some weight to it here. Blue marlin, maybe? Gigangora. And his was bigger than mine, by the way. One, two, three. Nope. So he's going to take the lead back. He caught something small. One, two, three. Sometimes it likes to pull that trick on you where it pops immediately. So we got a sea bass, which is worth marginally more than the Costco, but you can use it as the bait fish for something bigger like a Gigangora. So, 1, 2, 3. And it looks like he caught something big. Blue marlin? Nope, just a Claudine, but it's enough to put him back in. You can see that's worth 3 times as much as the fish I got, and that's not even like a really hard one to get, exactly. So I have 2 sea bass to use here. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I never caught this one before. That may actually put me in a pretty good position. Unless he's going to catch one himself right here. But you can see that's worth almost twice as much as the Gigangora. Oh, he caught an angelfish. So if I can catch another big one here, that might actually give me the win. 1, 2, 3. What? This fishing game is so stupid. So that was a very heavy loss on my part. May not be able to rebound if he pulls a marlin. 2, 3. I don't even know what the hell happened there. At this point it looks like it's just the game saying, no, you may not win. Okay, so he's having the same problems. One, 2, 3. Bass. Okay, keep in mind if he catches a marlin, he's back in this. He has a chance to win. Keep in mind, he can still pull the Marlin and win, even though this is supposed to be the final round. 1, 2, 3. Okay, is it just gonna steal the bait again? So at this point, he should not be able to get back in it. But this is so damn luck reliant, it's insane. Unbelievable, I had no idea you proved to be quite so skilled. Clearly the time for adults to be leading the way has passed. I ask that you accept this. Rainbow-colored fishing line. Wow, that's so pretty, thank you very much. I can hardly believe the time has come for the 3 famed fishing tackles to be gathered in the hands of one owner. You said your name was Estelle, yes? Yeah, I did, but... I made up my mind. Starting today, you will be the new leader of the Fisherman's Guild. What? What? As for me, I suppose I'll assume the title of honorary president from this day forward. This is the time for young people like you to take the center stage. I hope you will dedicate yourself as best as you can to spreading and furthering fishing culture. Hold on, you can't just shove that kind of responsibility on someone. I'm not gonna be the leader. After roughly an hour of continuous negotiations, in which neither of them wished to back down, Estelle was able to convince Mr. Fisher that the burden of being leader was too great for her, and she was granted an honorary member of the guild instead. While Estelle's duels are over, news of what had happened spread like wildfire among fishermen, spawning legends that would persist much longer. Henceforth, whenever they spoke of Estelle, they spoke of her with a new nickname. A fitting nickname for one who had triumphed in such challenging anglers' duels. Estelle the Supreme Fisher. Here I thought it was going to be RNG Goddess. Fisherman's emblem. This better be something really sweet after that fucking headache. This is garbage. Wow. So yeah, I don't really recommend bothering with that game at all. Might be a short video when I piece all this together, but the BS is strong, what can I say? I'm the hero of light, thanks for watching, and goodbye.